Welcome everybody to race number 8 of the season of GSR. Halfway through the season, we are in Spa, one of the classic tracks of F1. Good, I just made sure my party was invite only. So welcome to the race. I'm not joined by anyone today, so that's a good thing for me at least, so I don't get interrupted by anyone. I do have my pizza alongside me, so you'll be hearing me chew for a little while, but it's not going to be too long, don't worry. So it does look like a dry qualifying session. Let's see how everything shapes up. Will it be wet at the end? We'll have to see. It'll be up for debate of, do you go to wet tires, intermediates, what do you do if it gets wet? XPilo has joined now, so that's a good thing. I think Jay Riley will be the first guy to start a lap here. He's far ahead of everyone else. Next week is Spain before Monaco, so we do have time to decide Monaco is staying on the calendar or not. We'll have to find out. Jay Riley will start his lap now. I'm gonna have to do something quickly, so I prefer to do it now instead of later on in the stream. So be back. Well, Jay Riley's on his lap. Alabama Outlaw's on his lap. Alabama Outlaw won the race last week. And, yeah. Apologize, just responding to something in Discord. I apologize for that. Tier 1 point standings. Tier 1 points have not been done, but as of right now, Alabama Outlaw takes the championship lead back over. And, it looks all good for him. Jay Riley, I think he's starting his lap now. He might have invalidated. Yeah, so, hold up. Yeah, so, the next 3 races after Belgium today is Spain, Monaco, and Baku. 2 street circuits and 1 track that is just providing boring racing a lot that people complain about. Vivid is to the top now with Bama and Raves right behind. Vivid in his Ferrari. Gonna get some good constructors points today if he could just do the same thing he's been doing every race in GSR, with that being at the top, attending races. Vivid's been doing it all right. Yellow flag. Probably Magic set in a time already. I actually will be checking chat this time. Or I apologize, because I was not checking chat too much yesterday. This time I will be checking chat. Yep, there it is. Alrighty, I've connected to chat, so that's good. Stream, I need to make sure that's sent. Hopefully the people who's joined me in chat. So yeah, we'll have to like I think Utah just said who's hosting the lobby. We'll have to update standings as soon as we can after the race, because they've yet to be updated from last week. Right now, the pole position is within a tenth between Vivid and Giants fan. Pretty close between those guys. LNSJ20 making his first start in a while. Boost up with another start this season. Second start of the season. Jay Riley's left the session. Alright, we'll have to re-invite him. F1 driver comes back. Jay Riley back in GSR. So yeah, we'll have to see. Because I believe someone may have just got faster or set a lap. I'm not sure who it was. It's probably Magic actually going off to P9. And some people are going to have the issue, just like D to the game said actually in chat, of going up Radion without getting a corner cutting warning. Yeah, that's going to be an issue for a lot of guys. I saw a lot of people get warnings or penalties yesterday in the Tier 3 race, or Tier 2 race, sorry, I apologize. And get penalties just from cutting the track, not even meaning to, but they're trying to avoid spinning out up a Rouge into Radion. So obviously that's something they've been trying to avoid, and they've done a decent job at it, but you've got to do better with penalties, because you don't want to receive so many penalties like Hissy did yesterday with 9 seconds of penalties. So, I mean, you don't want to, because if you do, you're going to really screw yourself over, and you're not going to be able to get yourself a good lap, or even get yourself a good finish from it, because this is a track where DRS train, it is a track for DRS train, but it's not that common compared to other tracks. So you might see people like F1 driver, Vivid, Giants fan, Ricochet, V2 Combat, all within a DRS train. You might see that for a little while. But if that's the way it is because of a safety car at the end of the race, you actually might see something different, to the point where you might see penalties come into a big factor and stuff. So a lot of things could really change things up here in the standings and everything else. Really make a big difference. Yellow flag. Jay Riley's run back to session. Scotty Jets is up to P4 now. 5/10 behind Ricochet. GSR Hamilton up to P6. Yesterday's Tier 2 race winner. JRT Norris on his lap, V Ripley on the mediums on his lap. Ripley had the chance to win in Canada, but was DNF'd out of the final chicane by Raves, and there is Ripley to the line with P8. JRT Norris out of the session already. F1 driver on his outlap. Oh, I think that's D to the game, spinning up a Rouge and Radion. And that's the place where he said he would have spun out, and he has already. Due to the game already has throwing damage, and that's something he doesn't want because it's going to be a long way back to the pit lane. As this track takes, like I said, I'd say back to the pit lane with throwing damage at least 2 minutes, I'd say, depending on how you take the track and depending on how it goes, because it is a very, very long racetrack. Joseph, though, has spun out. Oh, he's got hit! He's got hit by the Torosso. Who was that? That was Striker. That's what I was waiting to see, and no. Alright, now the stream link has been sent in chat. Alright, cool. Thank you to GSR Joe for doing that. I did not notice it was sent in now. Just checking all the GSR chats and stuff like that, and Alpha. So, Raves did go up to P2. Now Striker on his out lap. D to the game coming into the pits now. He's going to have a chance to do one more lap. He's yet to get in a time, which really sucks for him because I'm actually looking forward to see how he could do. V2 Combat is on his lap in his Mercedes. Boost Up's been disqualified from the session for parking in a dangerous location. Yeah, that's right in the long right-hander. That's going to put him down to 20th. F1 driver on his out lap. Joseph on a lap right now. Jay Riley also on a lap right now. Swerving, weaving. V2 on a lap too. He's heading into Bunchima, I think that is. I don't know. I don't even know the corner names. I apologize. But heading into the bus stop chicane now. I don't know the names of the corners of the racetrack. Besides Arouge, Radion, I think that's obvious. But V2 actually punched. So, is he going to be able to make it back out in time out of the pits and be able to get a lap in? It's a good question because now he's also getting held up by his teammate of Ricochet. Look at this. Ricochet has to come back in, so V2 might not even get another lap in. If he does, it'll be very close if he does. Look at this. Joseph out of the session already. There's 2 minutes left. I don't know if it's a delay or anything like that, but is there even enough time to go back out? G-Man on an out lap. So is New York Giants fan. Now, let's watch D to the game up here. He lets off. Smart decision by him because he knows his struggle going up Arouge and Radion. So, pole position 143.6 by Vivid. F1 driver on a lap. Will he keep that and keep that valid? Because he did go very wide, and he did go very wide there. Is this all still valid? I believe it is. Coming to the checkered flag. Well, coming to the line this time. V2 Combat is still not back out there. F1 driver is going to go second. Just behind Vivid. And F1 driver is going to go out. Lead of the game is coming on his lap now. He's had some issues. He's coming to the line behind G-Man. He's going to get a tow. G-Man is going to come to the line this time. So is lead of the game. F1 driver did have to leave, so he just got on a lap and had to leave the session. So sucks for F1 driver. Now heading up a Rouge. 4D to the game. Keeps it going in the right direction this time. Vivid is back out on the track for another lap by him. And it looks like V2 is on his out lap, but is it going to be enough to come back to the checkered flag? Because we see people like Striker farther up, Hamilton farther up. Well, actually, yeah, V2 is actually ahead of Hamilton, but is it even enough time? Because he did get held by his teammate. D to the game getting held behind G-Man. A little bit of dirty air for D to the game. D to the game picked up a P2 finish last season at Abu Dhabi. That's his best career finish, so he's looking to improve on that. Checker flag is out. Well, time remaining now, I should say, but who knows if that's actually the right time or when the right time will be. So he's actually catching G-Man right here. This is not G-Man's actually being smart and letting him by, which is a good decision because G-Man knows he's on a lap and G-Man knows that he's probably going to sit here in 13th or 14th by the end of the session. Heat of the game heading into the bus stop chicane this time. Final time for him. He's coming into the start-finish line now off the bus stop chicane. Not enough for pole, but he's definitely going to get in a good time here. And he does with 14th. V2 Combat is coming to the checkered flag this time. Hamilton gets a lap in, and so does V2. V2 lucky enough to get on a lap with that much time left. Yeah, this time definitely a big time delay for sure. Vivid tops that time again with the 143. 2 Giants faster, up to P2 now. What does it look like for Scotty Jets? He comes to the checkered flag, goes P5. Joseph has left the session. Raves, Outlaw, Ricochet coming to the line. They're going to improve on their lap if they keep it going. Raves, what does he do? Gets faster. Ricochet goes P4. Bama goes P5. Beats his teammate. Strikers now coming to the line in his Toro Rosso. He's already out-qualified his teammate Boost Up, but to the line, it stays P12. V Ripley now is the next to cross the line. He is 8/10 up in that sector. Now to the line. Ripley's going to go third. V2 will move to 4th on the all-time win list if he wins today. That is correct, actually. Something also to point out is in these races we've had a few different podium finishers, a few new ones. Last week it was JRT Norris being the first podium for him. GSR Hamilton still left on his lap. V2 Combat still also left on his lap. Yeah, we had some new podium finishers in these past few races. Britain had F1 driver first time on podium. Raves, I think that was his second time on podium. But we've had so many different podium finishers this season 3 that we've had. Hamilton to the line, goes P4, and that's impressive because that's ahead of Ricochet, Bama, and Raves. Now V2 Combat is going to cross the line this time. Oh, and V2's had an issue for sure, so he's going to qualify down to 16th. Oh, wow. And his qualifying session is over. That's V2. Reversing across the line. So it's Vivid on pole. Look at this qualifying session. It's not been a while since Vivid raced in GSR before the season. It was actually at the end of the season last season at Abu Dhabi. So he took a while break, gone to LCR, gone to RFL, gone to some of the bigger leagues than GSR, and now he's got his turn to take the pole position with Giants fan Ripley, Hamilton, and an F1 driver running at the top 5, but Ricochet will move up to 5th because F1 driver is not here. So, cloudy race. Who's going to shape up to be another first-time winner maybe in GSR today? How's this going to go? Because this season we've had all first-time winners except for GSR Axe and Houndoom. Everyone else, actually, no, let me rephrase that. Bama is the only first-time winner this season as of today. So, things can change. We've seen new guys on the podium in GSR. A lot new guys. Ripley says he could have been second. We'll have to see. Oh, maybe he'll be one of my ones to watch for sure. Who knows? To figure it out. So here we go. Oh boy. For the formation lap. So there are everyone except for F1 driver. All right. Cool. So here are my 5 drivers to watch. I think we have enough time to go over this. Vivid is on pole. Vivid in these GSR races, he's took it calm. He's had the chance to win many races. With him being in the position to do so, and Joseph has left the session. Alrighty then. With Vivid being in position to do so, he's got the chance to do so again. If Vivid wins this race, I believe he actually passes GSRX on the all-times win list, or gets very close to doing so. Vivid, let me check that right now. Vivid actually will stay 3rd, but would go to 6 wins in GSR if he wins today. Vivid has a lot of pace to do so, and I think he's got a good chance to do so again. Ripley in P3. Ripley had the chance to win in Canada. Ripley's had the chance to win many races or be on podium, but he's not had the chance to do so. This is his home race. Ripley, home track, home surface. How does this shape up to be for him? Because Ripley has been a big surprise in some of these races. He's had the chance to improve his pace, and he's done so. I'm going to go with GSR Hamilton for my 3rd pick. Hamilton won the Tier 3, oh my, I keep saying that. Tier 2 race yesterday. And with Hamilton, his pace has shown it's really, really good. But can he keep the same pace he's had? And is he going to be able to win this race? Hamilton had some close moments yesterday at Rouge and Radion. It's just a good question to ask. Is Hamilton going to be impatient? Because considering he's in 4th in Tier 1, he's got the chance up front to do something good, and maybe he could do it today. And I'm going to go with my other driver, V2 Combat. V2, he's shown the pace again before in GSR that last week, I believe he won the race. It was rather, no, he could have won the race, I'm sorry. It was Austria. Yeah, he had the chance to win the race. It looked like his win. It looked like he was going to win it. V2 has had a lot of inconsistency in GSR compared to other leagues like URA and NAOR. How is this going to go for V2 today? Is he going to be able to get another GSR win? He would be put 3rd on the all-times, or 4th on the all-time win list today if he does win the race with 4 wins. And my last one that I'm going to say, oh man. I'm really going to say Giants fan. Something with Giants fan, it really just seems weird. Because Giants fan has had the pace. Ever since he moved up to Tier 1, he's been getting podiums. With Russia, he got the podium. He got the podium last week at Austria. Can Giants fan turn those podiums into a win? They've all been P3s. So keep that in mind, that it could be turning into a win today as we see it raining now. It's raining! Oh boy, it's starting to rain. How is this going to shape up for the race? How are people going to drive up Rouge and Radion? 5 red lights are on here in Spa. And it is go. Vivid gets off the line very well. Giants fan challenging to the outside. Vivid still with a little bit of traction mess up. And now, turn 1. Here we go. There's a little bit of contact. Off the track goes the McLaren of Giants fan, but he's still content with Vivid. The Haas of Bama is inside and almost like an Ocon Perez incident into turn 2. And now we go up Arush and Ratty on how everything's going to shape up. There goes Silly Raves around in front of the pack. And there goes his front wing missing. As we have the battle for the race lead, Giants fan next to Vivid here. For P1, there's contact. And Giants fan drives right off the racetrack, passing Vivid. He's definitely going to have an illegal overtake for that one. And they're side by side for the race lead now. Vivid is probably not going to think too much of that. He's probably going to be mad about that. Now Giants fan still behind. Bama sticking his nose in there for P3. And there's a VSC. Probably Magic at the back wrecked. V2 Combat in a worse position. A lot of positions changed there in just a few moments. Yeah, rain, I know, I hear you. Rain is going to play a big factor into this race if it stays the way it is. It was only very, very light rain. I don't know if that's actually going to increase, decrease, but Vivid is actually gaining a lot of time under this VSC, and he goes back to the lead by a big margin under the green flag, and he is leading by 1.4 seconds. Definitely caught Giants fan napping. Now P2, that battle intenses up as there's contact with Bama. Bama goes into the grass and is going to get passed by Hamilton. Hamilton challenging already for P2. Look at Hamilton up to P2. It's a Ferrari 1-2 in Spa, and that is Giants fan making basically a car park here in the chicane. And there's contact again between Atlantis and Ripley. Those two gone side by side, and it didn't work out too well for them. As down the inside, Giants fan back at it with Ripley. He forces Ripley off the racetrack, and Giants fan gets a 5-second penalty for a severe collision. That wasn't too nice from Giants fan. I don't know what he thought of that. Maybe Ripley was the one who turned him, but G-Man's definitely left the session now, so that's going to come into play of cars passing him. Giants fan, penalty 2. That's his second penalty of the race. Boost up, penalty from him. So, with all of that into the last chicane, V2 Combat is now going to go up to P8. There were 4 VSCs and 4 laps in Tier 2 yesterday. Correct. If I'm actually correct, there was actually 5 VSCs and 6 laps. So, that changed a lot of things. Boost up to the outside of G-Man. And it is starting to rain even more. You might not see it as well, but it is starting to rain. Last season in Tier 1 of GSR, we had a little bit of rain by the end of the race. That came into play of the conditions, the factors of the race, and how it shaped up for drivers to be patient. Now we have a safety car. I don't know what's happened, but I know JRT Norris is out up a Rouge. I'm thinking that's what happened. Ricochet picks up a penalty, and this is really going to screw over Ferrari with Vivid and Hamilton. But how does Giants fan react to the incident earlier with him and Ripley? Because that actually kind of made Giants fan angry, I saw. But we already have a safety car. Who tries to go for intermediates? Does anyone try to go now? They see it raining. But does the rain pick up with the 20 laps left? I don't see anyone pitting. The rain is coming down just a little bit harder. Does pit? He's gonna have to get that 5-second penalty. Severe, or not severe. Gonna have to serve it. Striker in P4. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, Striker, one of his best running positions in GSR. He was actually P3 in Canada at one point. And same also with XPLO. XPLO had a good run in Canada. Can he turn that into a good one today? Giants fan actually pit Ricochet pitting this time. Are these guys making a good gamble here? How does this work out? Ricochet is going to pit for the mediums, actually. So Giants fans, the only one as of right now on the intermediate tire. Jay Riley's going to go to the intermediate. How is this going to work out for them? Scotty's on the intermediate. Is it even raining hard enough? This is really going to screw over Vivid, because Vivid actually runs no traction, no ABS. So this is really going to screw him over, considering it's raining right now. It is raining much, much harder now than it was just 30 seconds to a minute ago. This changes a lot of things, considering Vivid, no traction control, like I said, as probably pits for intermediates also. Look at how slow the safety car is going. Vivid passes the safety car? I don't think they'll go too well. Yeah. Safety car is going actually really slow. Vivid goes by the safety car. What have we seen? Vivid actually slowing down for the safety car. No, because he knows he might be disqualified soon. What is going on? Can anyone in chat explain what's going on? I'm really confused. Okay, now we see what's going on. Okay. Well, that was pretty interesting to see, that say the least. I don't think it's enough for intermediates right now, but at this point you're gonna need him. You're gonna need him pretty soon. I don't think it's time yet, but I know more people are definitely gonna gamble and pit right now. I'd say in about approximately five laps it'd be time for inners. I don't see it being time yet. I really don't. Maybe the game told him to catch up to Q. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna assume, but I don't want to assume anything that is wrong. Striker pits now, and yeah, you see more people pitting. Is it for the inners? Is it for different compounds? Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's for inners. I mean, that would be the obvious reason, but yeah, inners for Ripley. Yep, or Giants fan, whoever that was, pitted. Inners. Yep. So, inners. Yep. Betting on Joseph and boost up. Inners. Yep, they're all going into inners. Yeah, it's getting very cloudy, and it looks like it's time for inners. Vivid may have just pulled the wrong strategy, and he's saying he's got to be really frustrated probably, because now, basically, for Vivid... Oh, Jay Riley, 10 seconds. Vivid, I don't think he'd be too happy with how it's going, because now you have really 8th on back with inners. Because if you count Giants fan, it's 8th on back with inners. If the intermediate strategy doesn't work, Harrison and Vivid are going to look really smart. Yeah, I know, and that's what I'm really thinking, because it doesn't really look like it's enough right now, but it looks like in the next few laps it might be. Oh, Vivid spun out onto the safety car! Oh my, I was just checking my phone. That's not smart to do. Especially under the safety car, I guess, now. And Vivid all the way from the lead to 18th. And it does look like it's wet enough now. And he can't get the car back going. He's sliding again. Now, your race leaders, GSR Hamilton from Tier 2. And Scotty gets a 5-second. Vivid has to be livid. DRS hasn't been disabled yet, so it's probably not ending. Yeah, now with how... Look at how much more cloudy and everything looks. It looks like it's getting close enough time for inners. Vivid's got a drive-through penalty for falling too far back, but that's really unfair because... Think about this. Vivid actually spun. He can't really do anything about that. That's actually really unfair from the game. I hate to swear on stream, but I think I feel really bad for Vivid. I think Codemasters needs to really fix their bullshit, because that is really unacceptable. Vivid spun out under the safety car, and you give him a penalty for that? It makes no sense. Yeah, Hamilton, look at him sideways. G-Man's left the session again. That's JG fan, if anyone doesn't know about the game tag change. Well, is Hamilton going to catch these guys off guard? Hamilton's really backing up the pack here. When does Hamilton go? Atlanta's trying to think about the right time to go with this. Hamilton pits from the race lead. And so does Bama. Now, yeah, this looks time for inners now. It is completely time for inners. Look at the changeable conditions, what it's done. The racetrack isn't even dry. And look at how much smarter Giants fan does or looks by pitting as early as he did. Atlantis and Dita go wide. Look at how much traction Giants fan has. Look at this. P2. Wow. Easy. Easy for him. Now, how's Arouge and Radion gonna go for Atlantis? And then, look at Giants fan, though! Oh my goodness! Sideways, and so was Dita. Striker, also sideways. It's amazing watching these cars go up Arouge and Radion. Awesome to see this. This amount of traction, the amount of sidewaysness. You've gotta love it. Vivid, I'm watching him now because I'm concerned of what I'm gonna see. Oh, I think that's someone who spun. Jay Riley's spun now. And look at these conditions. It's still sunny in this part of the track in Sector 2. But Dita, the Raves, and all them all getting past. Atlantis getting past. Now Scotty's up to P2. One of his best running positions in GSR. Striker, P3. Giants fan doesn't lead the race for the first time, but it's definitely the first time in this race he's led it. Look at how costly this is. Vivid's got a drive-through penalty. What a race this has been for Vivid. It was one of my favorites to watch for. So was Hamilton, and oh my God, I'm very shocked. Now you have Atlantis going around. I think he is around. He was one of the guys who stayed out. So now the highest hard runner driver, or the highest drive runner tire is Raves. Which Raves, look at how much that worked out for you. Didn't really work out. Oh, that's someone spinning. Oh, Striker. Striker's around, and so is Boost Up. Look at these changeable conditions. This is like 2008 by the end of the race, but it's just the start of the race. Both Toro Rossos in a synchronized spin. And I'm sure we're going to see a safety car sometime here, because Raves is spun now, too. Atlantis is spun. We've seen 6 spins within one sector. Oh, and look at Data the Game. Pitting into Hamilton there. He's going to have to pit. Oh, my God. Well, V2 Combat and all the guys who pitted look so smart from this. These guys look incredibly smart from all this. I'm not shocked, because the rain is coming down even much harder. V2 back up in P4 already. And, yeah, it definitely is time for wets pretty soon from the way it looks, just like it was last season. Last season was crazy with this, but this is even more chaotic. You have a full grid this time compared to 11 last time. Look at Striker. He is sideways, and he keeps it out of the wall. Now, all these guys who pitted and stuff have to be betting on the safety car. That's the only thing. That's your only hope. And Atlantis goes on hards and stays out on those dry tires. This is not going to work. I don't know why Atlantis tried that. That was not a smart decision at all. Well, V2 is already catching up to Scotty Jets for P2 now. And is this V2's race to win, by the way, it looks? Because V2 has shown in the past he's very fast with this. And the Ricochet and Vivid going inside of each other. These intermediate conditions, how much is this going to change this? Because this could go to wet conditions at any moment, if you ask me honestly, because this could really change the outcome of the race. Even just going up Arouge and Radion. Think about this. Look how many drivers are probably going to lose it. Scotty Jets has to cut the corner. Only one driver out of the race now, surprisingly. Almost halfway in the race, too. It's crazy to say that at a track like Spa so quickly with these conditions. Vivid and Ricochet going inside of each other. Yeah, they were. Bama now pits for inners. Atlantis is going to probably have to pit because he's not going to do well in his hards. I don't see him. He misses the brakes. Look at this. I mean, it was not a smart call from Atlantis. Yeah, he misses the pits there. Oh, That is not good for Atlantis. Now V2 is gaining on Scotty Jets now for P2. Williams versus Mercedes. And yellow flag. Jay Riley is spun again. I think that might have been off the curb. At least one of those curbs, because you don't want to touch the curb, especially in the wet. Any track like that. Especially with how it could be. With how slippy they could be, especially at a track like Spa. People have seen how that works out before, and it didn't work out this time. V2 is having a look here on Scotty Jets. Not enough to make an overtake, but he tried it, and he knew it was rather going to work, or rather was not going to work. Now on the front straight, heading into turn 1, Giants fan still leads in lap 8. Now V2 trying to go down the inside. Is this going to work? Into the back of him. Is that his end plate missing? It is not. Bama close to boost up, but we see a lot of drivers like Bama, Raves, Vivid, Ricochet, Atlantis, a lot of the top front guys outside the points. Scotty's got passed by V2 now. I apologize for missing that, but the only driver I really find that's very, very fast into the top 10 really is V2 and Giants fan. That is a contender week in and week out. Scotty always pops up here and there sometimes, but Scotty's been really one of the bigger underdogs here from Tier 2 into Tier 1. But Ripley, another guy I would actually look at too, as another underdog too. Ripley has an issue somewhere. May have spun. DRS is yet to be disabled. It's something I've actually looked at that I'm surprised about. DRS is yet to be disabled. And V2 is going to catch Giants fan now. Boost up penalty for him. XP low getting by Ripley. Ripley's got some serious issues right now. Yeah, is DRS still enabled? That's a good question about that. Is it? Let's see. It is not enabled. Okay, so that was my apologies. That. Ripley is pitted and is serving his penalty. Or just stopping. I don't know what his issue is. Hamilton is gaining on Jay Riley now for P6. They're side by side. And Hamilton is ahead. Oh, Jay Riley back down the inside. Trying it on Hamilton. Forces him off the racetrack. That didn't look too pretty. Now V2 getting on the race leader, Giants fan. Will there be any safety car or VSC to change the outcome of the race? For the rest of the race, we have actually an X-Pilo, or no, it's the other Rhino. Due to the game up a Rouge with no front wing, and there's a VSC, just like I mentioned, that was going to happen. Oh my god. Scotty Jets gets this podium. I believe that's going to be his first podium in Tier 1. If V2 is able to get this, it'd be really cool. Pravi might be able to get this if he just gets it done right. There's a lot of people who can get this podium, and I'd be surprised if they do. Scotty being one of them. I think Scotty, just right strategy, right time. is going to be on the podium here. If everything goes right, though. Keep that in mind. Giants fan kind of pulled out for that race lead there. And this battle for the race lead isn't over yet because now Scotty Jets is gaining on V2 and V2 also gaining on Giants fan. Giants fan goes really wide. Striker pits. And onto the soft tires. The track is actually getting dry. I didn't even notice. Who's gonna make the right call now? Striker being the first one. The track has got dry already. This is really gonna change things. Who pits here? I know some people love watching the streams from racing, so they might listen to me now since I know a lot more than them with these conditions because they're driving. I'm not. Yeah, it's dry right now, but is it the right time? My question is, I'm really thinking here. Oh, look at Giants fan, and V2 takes advantage. G-Man has an issue. He's got by a striker now. It looks enough time, but the track is still a little bit wet. It's your call. I don't know who was really going to gamble on it. Like I said, it's your call, but let's see who does it. Who does this? Giants fan, I'm sure he's gonna. He does not. V2 does not. Scotty misses the chicane. Striker, is this even gonna work out for him? It doesn't look too dry yet, but it doesn't look like it's raining anymore. And there's a safety car. This changes everything. And look at everyone from 5th on back. They're gonna be pitting now. Oh boy. They know the softs is gonna work out. They know they're gonna. Changeable conditions in Spa. We've seen a lot of GSR wet races, so this might change a lot of things. Well, mediums for Jay Riley, inners for and Hamilton goes mediums. It doesn't look like it's raining though. It doesn't. PNB, I'm sure everyone will go in top 4 stays out. Yep. What do I say? I mean, top 4 looked very smart with their strategy, what they pulled. But what I'm really actually curious to see is that going to backfire on them with this being dry now? This is going to backfire. I feel it is. I really feel it is. If they don't pit this time, it's going to backfire. Now just look at the spray off the tires. Yeah, but it's not even that bad now. Look at this. It's not even that bad. I mean, the track is going to get way more drier if it stays like this. If it stays like this right now, it's going to get more drier once they come back to the green flag and get racing again. So that's what I'm actually trying to say here is that I don't think it's still too wet. I don't think so. I really don't. It doesn't even look that wet. Yeah, there's still some spray, but it's not like it's that bad. It's just enough for dry tires, in my opinion. Yeah, Giants fan pits, V2 pits. Yeah, it is time. Oh, I don't even want to hear the noise of that. Yeah. It's dry. I mean, there's still some spray, but it's not too bad. I mean, I gone out back at ARL Britain with how wet this was, and it actually paid off. But I mean, it was a changeable condition kind of session where it was wet and stuff. And Scotty is serving his 5 seconds. Yeah, now it's V2 and Giants fan up front. Now, like I said, with Giants fan, he was one of my favorites. Do those podiums. turn into a win today. This has been a very weird race for sure. Oh, yellow flag. What's that for? Giants fan still leads the Grand Prix with a mid-race safety car. If you're just tuning in now, you've not missed too much besides chaoticness when it started raining, and now the race is back dry. So yeah, it's just really about it. I mean, this has been a chaotic one ever since it started raining, or tried to start raining. Things changed with that, and now that's dry conditions, but Xpilo and Striker go on to mediums, or softs, I apologize. G-Man has left the session. Safety car is not coming in this time, so it should be coming in next time. Does anyone look for the pits who is yet to pit or wants to change their strategy? I don't see anyone. Now Jay Riley's the one. Now does Vivid charge back up to a podium or a points finish after this? After so much struggles he had with his drive-through that he had. He had so much going wrong for him. Safety car again. Still out. Alabama Outlaw, can he challenge back at this? Hamilton, P5. Scotty did get passed by Pravi, but I'm curious to see, can Pravi, Scotty, Hamilton, or Xpilo, or even Striker take their first podiums today? Giants fan might be taking his first win. So I just want to recap this season so far for GSR, just to kind of recap everyone. We've had a lot of different podiums. We've had a lot of different things shape up. In the first race, we had Blaze Exposure Ricochet V2 win on podium. That was Ricochet's best finish. And then Germany had Axe win the race, Polo and Ricochet on podium. Polo's best finish, and it was two new guys on podium. Then you had Houndoom, Bama, and myself, which Houndoom is second win at the time. Jay Riley's got a collision penalty. And you had, at that point, a new podium for everyone, which was 8 different guys on the podium this season so far. Then we headed to Russia. V2 got on the podium with Houndoom, New York Giants fan. 9th different guy on the podium for Giants fan. Canada, Bama, Dita, and Houndoom. Bama took his first win. Dita was the 10th different guy on podium this season. Same with Britain. New podium for F1. Raves, 12th different guy on the podium. Austria also had JRT Norris, 13th different guy on podium. Now, today, if Pravi or Scotty get on podium, we have our 14th different podium driver this season within 8 races. So, basically every race we've had a new guy on podium. If it stays this way, who knows? Because Pravi is going to be the guy on podium as of right now. It's the way it looks right now. That's just the way it looks. Safety car is coming in. Giants fan leads a ton over V2. V2's got to catch back up here if he wants to gain a lot on him and get this restart going great. Oh, here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Giants fan gets a good launch. And it's side by side between Pravi and Scotty. Scotty does go a little bit wide there. Hamilton tries to take advantage. Remember, Scotty and Hamilton both race each other in Tier 2. Scotty's done a better job since he's dropped down to Tier 2. He's done a better job in Tier 1. V2 goes wide over the curb. That's definitely going to be a warning. You got 2 penalties already awarded under the safety car restart. Now, everyone's on a gaggle of V2. Here comes Pravi on V2 in the slipstream. Scotty in the slipstream also. Raves passes Striker. Now it's the 2 Haas drivers right near each other, 7th and 8th. Vivid getting by Boost Up and Joseph. Dita getting by G-Man. Positions do swap. And it is close for first on back. The late safety car restart. Scotty does go wide. Hamilton trying to take advantage. Hamilton needs to get by if he wants to have a chance at Pravi. It's been amazing with how many guys we've had on podium this season. It's been really different with GSR. We've not seen this many guys on podium in just a span of 8 races. It's really changed. And GSR Season 3, one of the more competitive ones. XBLO gets the penalty, but now for that race lead, V2 is coming on Giants fan. Here he comes. To the left side, he's going to try into the bus stop chicane. Now to the right side, diving back down the inside. V2. Giants fan is still side by side with him. And V2 gets the race lead, but there's contact between Hamilton and Scotty. V2 fastest lap in the end there. Lap 15 now. Ooh, Hamilton clipped the inside wall. Giants fan will be within DRS this time on V2, but now look at how much sunnier it's getting. Jay Riley is out of the session now. No DRS yet for Giants fan. I apologize because that's actually no DRS zone yet. Now XP Low is coming on Bama. Safety car again. Boost Up's out, and we have a late race safety car. This changes everything. Who pits for softs to go to the end from the top of the field? What does this change out of the field? Let's check penalties for the top 10. V2 has a warning. Giants fan has 2 penalties. Pravi with 2 warnings. Hamilton penalty. Scotty has a 5-second. Bama has a drive-through, or had one. Raves has 2 penalties. XP Low has 5-second and a penalty. Striker has a penalty. Ripley has just warnings. And Vivid has just his drive-through that he had. This changes everything, folks. Think about this, where we were just a little while ago in the race, with it being in intermediates and wet conditions, really. And it changed so quick to now the track is very sunny. So, yeah, a lot changes. Who pits, who doesn't, we'll find out. We'll definitely get some post-race interviews in here after the race. Talk to the people who good on podium. So just make sure that we'll make sure that they join. We should be restarting with the start of lap 18, which would be a 5 to go restart. Who from the front here decides to pit? Actually, Hamilton does sides too. Raves does. Striker does. That's so yeah. Striker. So that's going to gain Vivid positions. If Vivid can come through that drive-through, spinning from the lead with the wet conditions, if he can come back to a podium here, based off of what he has, that drive of the day. I think that's as simple as that. I think that's fair. What a change this race has been with just the last 10 laps. With the conditions going to wet, start being as crazy as it was. V2 starting down back towards 17th, I think it was. 16th, actually, same thing. So, it changes a lot in this race from what had happened. Well, what we're seeing from this race, crazy. I did not think this race would come back dry at all. I thought it was going to stay wet, and this has changed my mind. Just like Tier 3, there was a late safety car. There's a late safety car right now. This is going to change things a ton. Wow, I don't even know what to say from this. I really don't. I really don't even know what to say. Safety car is not coming in this time, so it's going to come in next time, which means we'll restart at lap 18 with 5 laps to go. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't think we can believe what we're seeing here. I really don't know. I mean, it's kind of crazy from what this is like. V2 pits from the race lead. He's going to go softs to the end. Does this actually hurt him? Because he's going to be back in last place, I think. This Giants fan, Pravi, Scotty all stay out. Right now, based off this running order, it's Giants fan first win right now. Pravi's first podium. Scotty's first podium. What has this race turned into? Well, you have XPLO, Ripley, Raves, Hamilton, all of them on softs. Yeah, Vivid actually decides to pit onto 4 lap softs. It's a decision. He didn't have any softs left. Yeah, Vivid easily, I think he could have. Yeah. Well, you have XPLO, Ripley on softs. They might charge their way through the field. Hamilton, Raves also pitted from the soft compounds. They're going side by side. They're also colliding. Is there going to be a penalty to them? Raves and Hamilton not getting along too well from this. Hamilton wants back by him. Hamilton's, yeah, he's not too happy with Raves, I think. He doesn't like that he took 7th from him. He's saying to Raves, hey, you took 7th from me. I want it back. Yeah, he really wants the 7th place back. He really doesn't like that from Raves. We might actually see a Vettel and Hamilton from Azerbaijan 2017 if that position is probably not given back from Raves. I would say that Raves straight up passed him right there. I don't know. I didn't get to see it. I really didn't. But the safety car is going to come in this time. So how are things going to play out here in Belgium? They're still going side by side. They're still not wanting to give the position back to each other. And Hamilton, it might actually stay ahead. Safety car in this lap. Giants fan leads. Is this going to be his first win? V2, yeah, that's really bad move from him unless another safety car comes back out, because we have one safety car VSC left in this race. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen, because you know what? Giants fan, like I said, he's done great this race with what he's had to deal with. V2 back there, and what I'm curious to see is that it's not enough time for him. Well, what's happened to Vivid is that he's had so much stuff go on this race, and he pitted again. But Giants fan gets back on the gas, and here he goes. And you see part of the pack is actually not caught back up from Joseph on back. But right now, it is Scotty holding on for this position. Bama might have a chance to win this race. Will it be off of penalties, though? I don't know. We're going to have to figure out. And these late laps, Giants fan picks up a penalty. That's going to be costly for him. That might cost him the race win. GSR Hamilton's out of the race. Up a Rouge. What a good run he was having. It really sucks he's out of the race. I really hate it for him. Ripley's still sitting back behind this pack. XP might finish his previous best was P4, P5 back in Canada. He doesn't have many penalties. That could easily be changed. V2 is up to 8th, but he's so far back from this pack that he's going to need another safety car. Giants fan has 3 penalties. Pravi Magic has 2 warnings. Scotty had the 5-second penalty he had. Alabama Outlaw has the drive-thru he had. XP has the 5-second penalty and another penalty. Ripley just warnings. That's all Ripley has. Scotty trying to stay ahead of Bama. Right now, as of what it looks like, Pravi's won this race. And I gotta say, I'm very shocked at what I'm seeing. Ripley should be driver of the day if he gets podium. I think XP has to be. My opinion. If he gets podium, he does. He is, my opinion. But Ripley, I don't know. It's tough to say. Raves and Vivid going side by side here into the bus stop chicane. I'm shocked of what I'm seeing. V2 fastest lap and into the back of Bama. Gets Bama sideways. Ripley missed the braking zone. Yeah, I think Ripley, if he gets podium, he deserves driver of the day. I think XP deserves it more if he gets podium now. Well, we might be talking to a few people after the race for sure. XP on Bama now. DRS is going to be enabled rather next lap or with 2 laps to go. Down the inside, Pilo goes on Bama. Forgot the X there. And Ripley still right behind these guys. You know, I'm shocked at what I'm seeing. Pravi and Scotty got the right strategy at the right moment. And it's between those two who's going to win this race based off of penalties. I'm shocked at what I'm seeing. I'm very shocked. And if XP Ripley gets by Bama, that's podium. And I've just cursed Ripley because he is into a wall. Well, that's nice. Right? Right? Yeah. Raves behind Striker and Vivid behind these guys. Raves so close to the wall. G-Man and Ricochet trying to trade positions back inside of each other. Now, Raves and Striker side by side through the long right-hander. Just like Verstappen and Nasser in 2015. We're going to see that, but they're going to go into the wall. Hard hit for both of them. Out of the race they go. But Raves somehow survived that crash. Now, due to the game and V2 caught up to the back of this pack, Bama's kind of caught back up to Scotty. For right now, with the way it looks like Pravi, Scotty, and Bama all on podium. Bama is going to probably retain the championship lead after this. If this is the way it goes, with Houndoom not even being here, and just a lot of changes in this point standings. Also, V2 hasn't had the best of days either, so oh my god, what I've seen. V2 didn't have a good day in France, so right now, Bama might be leading the championship by almost, really, a race and a half with the way it looks right now. This is the way it's going to be. V2's probably going to be ahead of Houndoom at this point. No, he won't. No, it's going to be him behind Houndoom right now. If Scotty and Pravi can pull this off, I think that's drive of the day worthy. What they pulled, I mean, being in the Tier 2 race yesterday, Pravi and Scotty really changed what they've done. As soon as, I'll be honest, and I'll admit it, when I first came into GSR with them, at least when I seen them, I thought for a second I remember these guys from the NASCAR leagues. And when I saw F2, how that went, I didn't really think much of them. I didn't really think it was going to go too well. Well, Scotty, Pravi, those guys, they've improved their driving. They've got cleaner, and they've showed they're committed to this league for sure. But right now, as we reach 2 laps to go, I think Pravi is going to get this one if Scotty doesn't catch back up. Scotty's really got to push. Vivid gets fastest lap, though. V2 trying to get an XP low. 4P5. Very tight between those two. Bama is not within DRS, and that's what's going to hurt him, actually, for gaining on Scotty and them. So, I mean, he might still finish P3 with the looks of this. But, like I said, I'm just shocked. This performance from Scotty and Pravi definitely driver of the day worthy, for sure. And probably season worthy, because I don't think... Last season, after I saw this with them, I would not think that, you know, I'd be just shocked. And like I said, I'm kind of speechless from what I'm saying, because it's Scotty and Pravi. I don't think I would see this. Right now, if they keep no penalties, they win the race. But 3 penalties from Giants fans definitely going to demote him a while back. Pravi, 2 warnings. Scotty had the 5-second penalty. He might want to appeal that if it's something stupid. No, I'm just shocked I'm seeing this, because like I said, I don't think I would have saw this 2 months ago. Nothing at all. I don't think I would have saw this, but I know a lot of people have had bad races today, but they've played it right. They've done what they've had to, and I think this is surprising. As Raves is out, he is retired from the session. Well, final lap for the race leaders. V2, his charge back to 5th wasn't too much, but was it the right decision to pit? It cost him a win. We got to look at that at the same time. But Pravi and Scotty, 2 guys I did not expect to win a race or be in a podium this season in Tier 1 of GSR. I didn't expect it. They're definitely showing that they're committed to this league, and they're showing for sure that, you know what? I'm not here to play around. I'm here to race. And Scotty picks up a penalty, which may change things for the race win, and may actually change things for that podium. He might be 3rd. Pravi just has to not get a penalty, and he'll be fine. Well, Giants fan, impressive performance on track. He's done all he's had to. I mean, if you look at him, he played the strategy right. Same with these guys in the top 3. All of them played the strategy the right way. They've done everything right today. They've had the chance to be put in a position where they can win. They've held on to it. Pravi and Scotty, probably the most 2 impressive right now. Giants fan runs really wide, gets another penalty. That's his 4th penalty. Giants fan is going to come to the bus stop chicane. Giants fan is going to win the race, but Pravi's going to take the checkered flag. Pravi, a first-time win for Pravi. He gets it done with Scotty P3 and Bama P2. Congratulations to Scotty and Pravi. First podium for them. And first win for Pravi. I'm shocked, like I said. But Vivid up to P5 from that. So we're going to actually talk to Pravi and Bama and Scotty. Well, Pravi's during the party. I'm just going to get Bama and Scotty. There you are, Pravi.
This is redemption from Tier 2. That's all I got to say.
There you go. I'm gonna get Bama and Scotty in here now.
Wait, is this the first time the Canadian won in GSR? If it is, I made history.
I'm trying to think. Actually. That's a good question. You'll have to ask Quinn Houff, the old owner. He knows the stuff. Oh, I gotta hate this. It won't let me invite Bama and Scotty. If you could get Scotty in here,
I can get
I'll
Scotty.
Bama.
I'm friends with him.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
friends with both of them. Okay.
I know, yeah. I could just get Bama because it's higher up for me anyway. Let's talk to these guys though. The podium finishers. Impressive stuff though. You guys made the strategy work really well. I gotta say, that shocked me. You guys were put into a position to win a race, and you guys did so. I didn't. If you asked me a while ago, I didn't think it would happen. But Tier 2 last season, I thought it would happen with you, Pravi. Scotty though, I'm kind of shocked how this worked out. Did better in Tier 1 than Tier 2. I'm really shocked. Hello, Bama. I see you've joined us, and I think I'm just stuck at this screen. Well, I don't know if Scotty's going to join us, but hopefully he does. Yeah, it is. First Canadian winner in GSR.
Let's go!
There you have it. Pravi, make sure you include your audio.
I know I did.
It's not letting the session end for me. Okay. It's just glitching for me. Anyway, congratulations on the win, first off.
Oh.
Last season in Tier 2, Britain, I believe you made your first start. You had the chance. You showed that you had the chance to win. You didn't do so. You made a few mistakes. You were catching Houndoom and Bama at the time. But this time, you get the win in Spa. A much harder track than Britain. How do you feel about this race win?
It's pretty special. I was going full monkey, but then we were just chilling. And then, I don't know, the rain, I passed a lot of cars in the rain. So everyone was going pretty, I don't know. They were just vibing, so I just go, yeet, just go fast. And then, yeah, I ended up being here, and we won. Surprisingly.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually really great for you, and especially you being a reserve and first Canadian winner in GSR. How do you actually feel about that now? Just
I
hearing
feel
those words.
special. I feel like the GOAT. I'm like Michael Jordan in F1. GSR, bro. We did this.
Well, next week is Spain for GSR. How do you feel about Spain and your chances of doing good there?
I don't know. Spain's like one of those tracks I did good, and at the same time, I get unlucky. So, I'll see. Hopefully, it's gonna be a good race for me.
Well, congratulations on the win. I think you deserve it. I think you need to celebrate, though. I guess
Yeah.
we can call you the next Michael Jordan, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, let's go.
All right, Bama, your turn. P2 for you. You're gonna get the championship lead out of this, and with the way this is, you're leading by you're gonna lead the championship by a ton. How do you feel about this race? From how much you were back there and how much you recovered from it. How do you feel about it, Bama?
There is no way on God's Green Dale Jr. I should have finished second. There you go.
Make sure your audio is included, by the way. Yeah.
10 full, Batman. Yeah. I'll take a second. Probably
know how.
wrecked himself at the line. So he was just booing around.
He was happy.
And
Oh,
I
he
didn't
was
know
happy.
he crossed it yet. So I was like, am I just gonna get his spot? And then I look at the corner with the standings, and I'm second. And he barely got first, and I was like, if he just would have wrecked himself like literally 10 feet earlier, I would have won the race. But I was like, okay, that was crazy. But yeah, that was probably one of the craziest F1 races we've ever done. Like any of the drivers have probably ever seen. Just the amount of strategy and how the race would change and the safety car timings and all this and that, and it was insane.
All right, apologize for that. Bama, you have the championship lead now. How do you feel about that? Well, you've had the championship lead, but you extend it even more. How do you feel about that now?
Well, that's why I race. I have to extend that lead. I have to maintain it, and the more I extend it, the better my odds are of keeping it. So I'm very happy with what happened today by the result. Times during the race where I didn't think I was gonna even get points. So I'm very lucky with what I got today.
Well, congratulations on your P2. Now, Scotty, you join us.
Yes.
I'm telling you, like, with the incidents, I know your guys' group got in. I'll be honest, I doubted you guys a lot. I really did. I did not think it was possible for you guys to get on the podium. Both of you guys, you and Pravi. Pravi, I expected with the pace, but you're a tier 2 driver. You got on the podium. Your first podium in GSR now. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know, nothing much to say. I mean, I didn't think I was gonna get points that race.
You kind of cut out there, actually. You still here? I don't know if he's still there. I think he just cut out for us. I don't know. Shows his party overlays on. I don't know why, but he cut out for us. So we're yeah, he left the party. I'm gonna re-invite him back. All right, he's joined back. Continue what you're saying, I guess.
Alright,
Cut out for us.
what was the last thing you heard?
You didn't think you were gonna get points today.
Yeah, I did not think I was gonna get points. I do not like Spa at all, but it was just a crazy race. I thought I could have I easily could have won that race, and then I got the 3 on the last lap. Because, yeah, it was still crazy though. I'll take P3.
Yeah, I think Bama mentioned it too. One of the most chaotic league races all you guys have been in.
Yeah.
For sure, with the changeable conditions, the chaoticness in general, and you guys getting the podium. I mean, wouldn't you say that was one of the most chaotic races, or even the most chaotic F1
Yeah,
you've been
that
in?
was definitely the most chaotic race I've ever been in. I've never. That's crazy.
Seems like you're in disbelief about it, but
Yeah.
how do you feel about Tier 2 this season with you and your teammate Clemson
Yeah,
Fan
Tier
for
2
that Constructors Championship?
I think we're gonna do good. There's still a bunch of races left. I think me and Clemson, we could definitely still win the constructors. One of us possibly even the driver's title. Biggest threat's probably Pluto. He's been doing really good there.
Oh, yeah.
So we just gotta get up this pace with him, and we should be fine.
Well, I mean, I don't really have much else to say to you, but obviously, congratulations to you on your P3.
Thank you.
Still, I'm shocked how you guys were able to come back after the conditions. You came back from that far back.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was just a crazy
that's
race.
crazy.
It was just unquestionable one with how it was going to turn out before the race.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I thought we were going to see a ton of DNFs because of the Tier 2 race yesterday, but I'm shocked we had the amount of finishers we did, so that was a good thing, but congratulations on your P3, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I almost said P2, because
Could've
you were
been.
going to be P2 to the penalty, yeah. Yep. Still a podium, though, so that's good.
Yeah.
No, congratulations on that, and yeah, good luck in Spain for Tier 1 next week. And I don't know if Tier 2
Thank you.
runs Spain. I'm pretty sure they don't.
Yeah, I
So
don't think so.
we'll have to figure that out. And that's really about it. Thank you guys for watching the stream. Make sure you catch GSR next week at Spain for Tier 1. Make sure you tune into that. And we'll see you then.